Ladies and gentlemen, and all who may fall in between, it is me, yes, BT's resident rebel rouser. I am Mouse Jones, and once again, I'm back on your screen. Yes, my key cards still work. Got a great guest, an illustrious guest. Very special guest this week, but shout out to my guest last week, DJ Self. We appreciate you and all the knowledge you imparted on the culture. This week, we got some great topics, as usual, to get into. We're going to talk about Jeremy Meeks, the ultimate come-up. You guys call him Prison Bay. I'm not going to call him that. Not my bay. We're also going to talk about P. Diddy. He went from Diddy bopping to moonwalking. We're going to get into that. Most importantly, Lil Wayne, the anniversary of 10 years for the Carter 3. He can now release the Carter 5. He got a nice little bag to go with it. We're going to jump into that. Somewhere, BT is going to put that disclaimer over my face or something. I don't give a about none of that. Why? Because I already told you. If I say anything to make you mad, if I say anything to make you feel any sort of kind of way, I'll apologize later.
We need more appreciation from men, Kira. I mean this, I'm really upset about it. I'm really upset because it hurts me in my core because men for so many thousands of years have protected women and we've cared about you women. And now all of a sudden women, now that the world got good, now that the world is nice and comfortable, now you want to be equal. When you want, nah, this is for real. On the Titanic, I ain't seen no marching for equality. I see y'all marching right onto the lifeboats. Women and children, okay.
You need us
But
women go with this. No.
There was no equality. There was no equality argument on the Titanic. Now, like I said, I have a very special guest. He's breaking ground as we break ground. The first white male guest on I'll Apologize Later. #1 comedy album in the country.
World.
My bad.
Twisted. It's a big world, bro. There's a
The
lot
world.
of countries out there.
#1 comedy album in the world. We got my man Andrew Schulz.
Yo,
What's up, man?
how you doing, buddy?
I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you being stepping into this arena.
Let's go.
You're ready.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Ready getting these topics with me?
Let's do it, man.
All right.
Let's go.
Lil Wayne,
Yeah,
as
love him.
we all know, has been in a very public beef
Yeah.
with his on-again, off-again father,
Yes.
Birdman.
Yes.
They recently settled for an 8-figure deal,
Yeah.
and now he can release the Carter
It's funny
5.
that he started skateboarding and then started hating his dad. Very white of him. He tapped into the white culture and then immediately was like, "F you, Dad." What the hell, man? You never treated me right, Dad.
Oh, God.
A lot of angst.
That
A
was
lot
good.
of angst. Put
I
out
didn't
a
see-
rock
I did
album.
not- I didn't see
That's
that
all it
coming.
was, man. He tapped in. Great abs, by the
Grunt-
way, on that Wayne.
Grunge. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta.
Oh, dude, he's ripped, lean.
He now can release the Carter 5. Now, I
Yeah.
don't know if you know, this is 10 years. It is the 10-year anniversary of him releasing the Carter 3.
The Carter 3.
Which everybody feels like was...
His best album.
That's what they feel like. They feel like that was his best
What's
album.
a big
and that's
song on the
changed.
Carter 3?
What is the big song?
Lollipop?
Lollipop is the
Yeah.
big one, and what else was that?
I like that Lollipop.
Miss Officer, all those records. It comes from that.
Yes. Miss Officer.
yeah.
So, okay, there we go.
So
That
now
could
he can
be-
release the Carter 5. I was at Summer Jam recently.
Yeah.
I'm not a Lil Wayne fan.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Why
I'm
not?
I think he putted out for me after Carter 2. To me, Carter 2 is the big album for me because that was still lyrical Wayne. I feel like Lil Wayne was like one of the first mumble rappers.
Okay.
And it's a lot of that started, for me, on Carter 3. Like a lot of that mumble rap and a lot of just slurring words and just...
You don't like mumble rap?
No.
Why?
I need it from people I expect it from. Like Wayne is somebody I know you can actually rap.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you rap?
Why do you think
take
people
my
like
ignorance-
it?
Because people, right now it's easy to digest.
But the reason why mumble rap is so popular is because the voice became an instrument, right? Now the voice is
I agree with
operating
you.
like the beat is kind of operating and the
Okay.
melody is operating. So it's just another thing for me to tune into.
Because I feel like Pharrell is someone who, in T-Pain, are people who made their voice an instrument,
Absolutely.
right?
So
but
is
not
Future.
many people.
Future's
Future
voice
as
is
well.
an instrument.
Not many people can do that in the way they do it.
Right. So
but
they,
with mumble rap, anybody could do it.
and they shame those people. It's like ugly women.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like ugly women always talk about how hot chicks are boring or stupid. Yeah, because all you got is being smart and not boring because you ugly. If you
That's
had
a
big
gem.
titties and a fat ass, you'd be boring and stupid too. That's how
That's
you
a
get on a
gem.
yacht.
That's a gem.
Nobody on a yacht because they're thinking smart things.
That is a
Do you
gem.
look good in a bikini? Kira's looking at me crazy. But you got great teeth and you look like you're put together well. You could get invited on a yacht. I ain't seen a fat, interesting on Mayweather's yacht. Have you?
No.
There it is.
Never.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, maybe the lady that served the food.
That's maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe who
She
cooks
probably has
it.
a cool story.
The cook. The server gonna look good too.
The server definitely looks good.
Listen, stop hating men. What's all this man hate about, man? We need more appreciation from men, Kira. Men, we need to be respected, yo.
Speaking of men that need some respect.
Let's talk about it.
P. Diddy. Now,
My
I'm a huge listener. I've been a huge fan of the Brilliant Idiot since day one, so
God
appreciate
bless.
you guys. You have an interesting take on P. Diddy and his wanting to buy the Panthers at one time.
Okay.
So he has now backtracked.
What'd I say?
You basically said bullshit. You called him on it, and you said you don't have enough money to do this anyway.
Well,
so this is all PR.
To own a sports franchise, you need to be a multi-billionaire. Now, he would be an incredible face of a franchise. Everything Diddy does
is successful.
This dude is a marketing
Except for Craig
genius.
Mack.
Wait a minute.
And
the flavor in your ear?
I mean, if you give me one, sure.
I mean,
there was Sherry Dennis.
Is
there was Dream. Ooh, there was Dream.
Dream was good.
Where?
Was he the fat one?
Not the Dream.
Oh, that's the Dream.
He had a pop group called Dream. Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
Look, you're not gonna hit all of them out the park. You know what I mean? Let's be honest, bro.
There was
batting all right.
There was G-Dep.
G-Dep, come on now.
Okay.
My shoulders still shake. Come on.
Okay, I'm in it for the long term. Jay-Z once said I'm in the long
Deputy, let's go. Let's go, G-Dep.
Y'all say he didn't know music.
Let's go.
So P. Diddy actually this past week,
Yo, think about it like this with Diddy.
ahead.
This is what I gotta say. Best rapper that ever lives, arguably,
Biggie.
Is your guy. The whole label is based on him.
Mm-hmm.
He dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, most people that are producers, right?
Yeah.
Go out and try to find another rapper.
Okay.
Diddy was just like, I'll be the rapper. Like, that's like LeBron, God forbid, dies. And the owner of the Cavs goes,
Dan Gilbert?
Put me in, coach. Put me in. Nah. Put me in. I'm spending $2 million a video. Let's go. How can you not respect it? That's all. Like, Diddy is the man to me.
Okay. And I don't argue. I love Diddy. I love Diddy. Like I said, I don't agree with all the label choices, but I also don't have his money.
Like, I just love Diddy for a bunch of the things he does.
One thing I really love Diddy for is the way he sacrificed Shine.
Hey.
The way he sacrificed Shine,
hey,
oh my God.
Great men gotta make sacrifices.
He got 2 hits out of Shine and said, hey,
bro,
it's either me or you.
He bought him a nice little cabana in Belize. And he said, there you go, you bottle water. You with your people. Do you know what I mean? Look, we don't know what his fate was, but now for sure, we know he's in Belize.
Yeah.
You know, he found Judaism.
He did find it.
He's winning, bro. This guy's good.
He's probably gonna come back to Brooklyn and own like 3 blocks.
Yeah, there it is.
So P. Diddy was in the news saying that he no longer wants to buy an NFL team.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to stand next to anything that represents oppression. I think it was an ego check for Diddy. I think he might have realized somewhere that money is only important not to 30 other billionaires who don't give a about what you're talking about. And I think this is his way. I think this is his way moonwalking out of it.
It's like when a girl doesn't give you any attention, you're like, well, you then.
Oh, okay.
You reject her before she can reject you.
Andrew Schulz, ladies and
Diddy's a marketing genius, yo. He's a genius.
But now can he promote anything else?
Of course. Whatever he wants to promote.
This doesn't hurt the overall.
Son, look how amazing Diddy is. Yo, you want to know what's trash vodka? Vodka without flavor. 3 years later, you know what's really good vodka? Vodka with flavor. And then 3 years after that, you want to know what's really good vodka?
Gluten-free vodka.
Gluten-free, blue dot, regular vodka. He's a genius. Right. The way you change shit is you put yourself in a position, right? So I think that's how you change the world in general. You go out there, own a team, and then run the team how you want to run it. If you want to give people the freedom to react towards that flag in whatever way they want to react, as an American should be able to do, then go make that representation and show how much it wins and show how much people support it and show how everybody in the country will start buying these jerseys for a team and watching the games for the team.
Would you buy a Sean John jersey?
No.
All right, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
This topic, I love to talk about a good come up.
Okay.
I love a great come up story. You know how women have Lifetime and you see like straight to TV documentaries about certain women who you would never even hear about?
Yep.
What is that channel for men?
World Star.
Okay. So there needs to be a World Star movie
About Jeremy Meeks.
Facts.
Facts.
Prison Bae, you guys know him as, I call him the greatest come up in the world.
Facts.
A black man who gets locked up,
Mm-hmm.
his mugshot circulates, women find him attractive enough that they make him a social media pariah.
Mm-hmm.
They love him so much he comes out of jail into a modeling contract.
Mm-hmm.
While he's in jail, he's married to a white woman, because what else is blacker than that, who is holding him down,
Mm-hmm.
but she's a very regular looking white woman.
She is regular.
There's nothing blacker than that right there. I've never been attracted to a white woman.
Lies.
Oh, you know what?
Lying ass. Get
Topanga,
outta here.
Topanga Lawrence and Trish Stratus. Those are two white women I'll never meet. They're TV. That's it. I've
You've
never
been attracted to a white girl.
in real life. No, never been in an elevator. White woman been like, yo, I could get with that. I've never seen one with the purport.
You've never seen an
sir.
attractive white woman.
No, but I also think it was the way I raised. Like,
Giselle Bundchen.
she's built like a Q-tip. So coming back to where we left off.
Yeah.
Jeremy Meeks,
Yeah.
the greatest come up story. So like I said, he comes out, leaves his regular white woman, gets with an heiress
Yep.
to Top Shop.
Yep. Yeah.
An heiress. I've never dated an heir to anything.
Yeah.
Dated a few women that, you know, when their grandmother died, they're gonna get the project building.
Yeah. You
never
dated
heiress.
rent control heiress.
Shout out to the rent control heiresses
Real
that
talk.
I come into contact with. Let me know when Miss Peaches is gone. So after the divorce, all he has to pay is $1,000 a month for child support.
Corny.
Why?
I think it's corny because it's your kids. Like, you should want your kids to live the best life they can live.
No one's saying he won't, but all he has to pay, controlled by the government,
Yeah.
the judicial system, is $1,000 a month.
And now mama look like this broke and I'm the savior when I'm not even there. I'm hanging out with my Top Shop heiress and
Right.
I'm all around the world modeling. Like, you should hit the mom off
Just-
so lovely
Right.
so that she doesn't hate you for leaving her for this billionaire chick. Like, it's corny. You gotta take care of women, man.
You don't hear many people who take that stance.
You gotta do. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand there's resentment out there and like people have tough relationships with their exes and that kind of shit. Absolutely, that's up. But take care of them, man. If they give you a child, man, you gotta take care of them. You gotta take care of these women.
We have to commend him. He needs a day.
Oh, for coming up.
He needs a day.
Oh, absolutely.
Name me a better come up.
Gotta come. There hasn't been one.
So we all know about Starbucks.
Yes.
We know the they've been in the news about lately. So they just named Melody Hobson, and she was just appointed vice chair of Starbucks shortly after long-term chairman Howard Schultz announced his retirement. Any relation?
No. He's got a T. I don't have the T.
Got you.
Yeah.
And she's also chairman of After School Matters, an organization that provides Chicago teens with high-quality after-school and summer programs.
Boss.
Melody Hobson, you're doing dope shit. There's a shit ton of black women in the community doing dope shit, but you know, I want to make sure I use whatever platform I have
That's
to
great.
shed some light on it. So
Absolutely.
Melody Hobson, all that black girl magic, all that melanin magic, that all goes to you this week, Queen. If you guys know of any black girl magic that I should be aware of, maybe for a next heads up later on, let me know. Follow me at Mouse Jones on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow at BT and let them know as well at BT on all social medias. Make sure you subscribe at BT Networks on YouTube.
I swear to God, get a picture of Lloyd, the singer, right? Get a picture of Lloyd.
Put a Lloyd.
Put a picture right next to
Lloyd
me.
Put a picture of
I
Lloyd
swear,
right next to
it's
Andrew Schulz.
uncanny, the resemblance. Uncanny.
So is she 5'2" or is she 5'2"?
I don't know music,
Okay.
so I can't answer that question, but I know faces. This dude looks exactly like me in the face, but before he has the beard, you gotta shave, you gotta get the beard.
Okay.
Early shit.
Okay.
You know,
early young
When he had that
Ethiopian
song with
woman.
like Andre. That was a great song.
That was a big record.
What was
Like
that one about?
That one, can't tell you.
Me neither,
Can't tell you.
because I don't listen to words.
This is one of my favorite segments on the show. It's called Track of Trash.
Okay.
Where I get to discuss music.
Okay,
I
cool.
love music.
Yeah.
I know you're not into music, but this is something visceral.
Yeah.
This
I
sounds
just like
very
to
visceral.
preface people by saying I don't know anything about. I'm not an authority.
Right.
People assume since I do a show with Charlemagne that I'm an authority on music, and I like to let them know very early on I'm
very
an authority
surface.
on everything but music. So
You ready?
yeah, I'm
All right. I don't know if you got any checks with these guys.
No.
The song comes from Ty Dolla $ign and Jeremiah.
Okay,
It's called The Light, not to be confused with Common's The Light.
got you.
Let's go.
Not before I have to wonder if you let me in. If I walk into your doorway, let's have sex. But not without the sprees, babe.
Get right to it.
Okay, cool. Not without the vacays, no.
Ooh, it's the way it goes. I know this feel right.
That was The Light by Jeremiah and Ty Dolla $ign.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
I
Track
like
or
it.
trash?
Wait, it's track or trash?
Yeah.
Track, dude.
That, I
liked it
believe.
a lot.
I agree.
And I like the politeness. It was very Me Too. Like it was very Me Too aware.
Friendly. Yes.
It was woke.
Yeah,
Me
yes.
Too. Like,
me too woke.
He's like, usually it's like, yo, we gonna and this was like, let's have sex. Would you like to go to the room and have some sex?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a lot. To your liking. No, I like the record. The thing I like most about it is the thing I like most about Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
You don't expect it. And like no matter how many songs he gives you, sounding this good, every time he drops, you don't expect to like the record as much as you do.
Why is that?
I think it has a lot to do with his look. He looks like a rapper. But every time you hear a record from him,
it's great.
Very melodic.
Yeah.
Instruments A1. He has a very good ear for production. And then yes, my favorite line of the song is "Let's have sex."
Let's have sex. Yeah.
You gotta let it out some. If you like the record as much as we did, let us know in the comments. If you don't, if you think it's trash, if you think Andrew is paid off by Ty Dolla $ign,
definitely
let us know as well in the comments. You can follow us at BT on all social, and make sure you subscribe at BT Networks on YouTube. I don't know if you paid attention, but on the show we do something I like to call Keep That Same Energy. It's a segment where men, shout out to the women that were here, but men have to be men. I seen you post a post rather good chagrin or a rather good grin on the face.
Yeah.
And it's from your Beyond the Interview interview.
Okay.
It says, give me the people over the industry in a heartbeat.
Gotcha.
People give you a career, the industry only gives you moments.
Correct.
What is that? Talk to the people about that.
If you have like a devout fan base, you can extend that for your entire career. They you. For me, I never really, and I had to learn this through getting rejected by every network for the comedy special, but it was very humbling, but at the same time, I learned what I truly wanted to do. It wasn't, I want to sell a special. It was, I just did this comedy. I had this material that I want to share with people. So I put it up on YouTube, and these clips started to go viral, and it was insane. And then I put out the album, and you know, it went to #1, and it's still there. So
what number was that?
I think it was #1.
Okay.
Yeah, unless there's a number before that, but I don't think there is.
Should be.
Yeah. So I think that's the #1.
Number one.
Yeah.
How does it feel having the #1 comedy album in the world?
Oh, I feel great. It's very validating.
What does it validate?
Well, the comedy industry has never been very open to me.
Right.
You know, like I pitched this exact album. I pitched as a special, and I actually shot it and filmed it. We tried to sell it to everybody, and everybody said no. And
did the Monique?
Say again?
You did the Monique?
No, I would have taken $500,000 in a heartbeat. I was asking for way less, to be honest with you. I care more about the eyes.
Okay.
You know, like I don't give a about the money I'll make on the road or I'll make in other ways, but like I just want to get it to the people. And then I put it out, and I was like, yo, I think we got a shot. You know, I don't have as big a name as some of these other guys, but I know I have like a core fan base that's devout. And that's really what you need nowadays in the industry. And they started spinning my shit, they started buying it, they started streaming it, and then boom, 551, we're at #1. So I think we're still at #1 right now. So we'll see how long we hang out there for. Yeah.
Well, you know, now you're on the #1 show on BET's YouTube.
Got him.
So just a lot of #1s.
Got him.
A lot of #1s.
Love it.
They call you alt-right Andy.
Sure.
And like you come with the tour Views from the Sis,
Yeah.
where you're leaning into the fact that, okay, you think I'm this way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to now tell you why
I'm a
this
straight
way.
male? Well, yeah, here's all the opinions of a straight male.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that? Like, what is that like? Is that a rough?
Well,
is that rough to deal
I think
with?
Brilliant Idiots, in its essence, is we are, I wouldn't say teaching, but making people comfortable with hearing things they disagree with. And it is an enlightening experience to be able to listen to something you disagree with. Most people, things they disagree with, they shut down, right? And you referenced earlier, like nicknames, like alt-right Andy, or somebody thinking I'm racist, right? So what a lot of times happens to people who haven't had that kind of experience of listening to things you might disagree with, right, is you hear something you disagree with, and your first reaction is to combat it.
Yes.
And when you don't feel like you can combat the topic,
You then attack the person.
you attack the person's character, right? You make the person radioactive. Because if you're a racist, I don't even have to debate you.
Right.
You're a racist. Why would I even talk to a racist?
Right.
So you're tapping out of your
It's
own
A1,
argument.
it's gaslighting at its best.
Exactly, right? So So what I've learned, and it was tough, it really, growing up, it was tough like a few years ago on the podcast, and I heard people saying this, and I was like, what the I'm from New York, man.
Yeah.
I went to public school in Manhattan, New York City. The idea of even being that is absurd. Like, how exhausting it
And you've
would
talked
be?
about your upbringing with your
Yeah.
dad.
I just started dating white girls.
Sorry for
You know what I mean?
Come
It's
back.
delightful.
Come back. You see what you've been missing?
Nah, but so it was just an absurd notion. What we're working on is a thought process. There's an intellectual respect amongst us, right? And we're just like, let's throw these ideas out there. Let's have these convos, and we're creating that with people.
So we had touched upon it a little bit before. Mental health.
Yeah.
It hits very close.
Sure.
With your
Yeah.
brother Greg.
Sure.
How is he?
He's doing good, man. He's working, and it's a tough thing. It's like when you have mental health issues, it's like, it can be a struggle, man.
Right. And then in the news, Anthony Bourdain just
Obviously,
passed.
so sad.
Just committed suicide. Kate Spade also.
Yeah.
And then there's this narrative going around on social media or just in general, the quote unquote check on your strong friend.
Yeah.
How does mental health affect, or how is it affecting the white community? Like,
So-
because we tend to, anytime you hear mental health, from me,
Yeah.
from my understanding, anytime I hear mental health associated with white males or
Sure.
within the white community, it's always on the back end of like a school shooting.
Yeah.
Or a rapist or something.
Yeah.
It's always like a weak defense from the right to say, hey, he's not as bad as black people because he
Yeah.
had a mental health. Well,
Sure.
what's the other side of that? The side that is
Well-
represented within the suicides and the things of that nature.
I think one thing that's important to recognize is like a lot of these black kids that are, joining maybe gangs and committing acts of violence are dealing with severe mental health issues.
Okay.
And so just as a lot of these white kids that are shooting up a school are clearly mentally ill,
Right.
so are a lot of these kids that are shooting up Chicago.
Right.
And we're talking about severe trauma at a young age.
PTSD.
You're still in it. Like,
Yeah.
imagine killing somebody at 12 or 13 years old. Your brain's not finished forming. Like,
You
your
already
brain,
have that type of trauma.
bro,
Yeah.
and like seeing this shit around, like we're talking about war zone type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's a lot of trauma and PTSD. Now, another thing is important to understanding with whiteness, right, is like we think about, how we think about black people as a monolith?
Yes.
Well, we also think about white people as a monolith when they're really not,
Okay.
right? So like blackness exists as a kind of invented unified culture in America because of a lack of attachment to
home.
your roots
Yeah.
because of obviously
Yeah,
slavery,
slavery.
right? So because blackness exists like that, we just assume whiteness exists like that. But Italians are Italian.
Okay.
They have their own cultural shit. Jews are Jews. They have their own cultural shit. Russians are Russians. They have their own cultural shit, right? So whereas like those hippies in Seattle, they're probably really cool with mental health and going to the, the shrinks and all these kind of things and learning about medication that can help you. My Catholic family, they don't with that shit. Bottle it up, drink, figure it out,
is very
be tough,
yeah.
which is similar
to the way black people kind of
boom.
do it,
So
yeah.
it's one of those things where like we can really relate. Like, luckily, both of my parents clinically depressed or chronically depressed, and then they were on medications. So from a young age, I understood depression. I like developed ways to like work around it. Systems that
Within
I needed
yourself.
to feel.
Okay.
Yeah, that I needed to feel good. But what I would say with these different communities is like some communities they don't really understand it. They don't really understand it. It's just not there. It's not part of it. You don't really talk about these certain things. But like even just talking a little bit about it, like even really what my brother went through, I can't tell you how many people all the time they just come to me. They're like, hey, yo, thank you so much for even talking about that. I didn't even know that people went through that. That's normal. So just hearing that shit, I think that's really good. But I don't want to be too preachy. I just
No, you got it. You got it. You took it there.
I just want to be a comedian, man. Second you get preachy, they try to take you down, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get me 5.
Me 5 if you're preachy. That's true.
But that was Andrew Schulz. If you guys like what he said, let us know in the comments. Follow us on all socials at BET. If you hated what he said, same thing. Let us know, same places. You can follow us also on YouTube at BET Networks on YouTube. So listen, guys. I know y'all live for me roasting people and giving L's of the week. Well, this week I have been in a good space. I've been doing some yoga, been thinking, and I don't think I want to give that energy out this week. Also, we had a great conversation with my homeboy Andrew Schulz. So I think this week no one will hold the L. unless we're talking about Pigeon Toe Pete. Pigeon Toe Pete might hold the L, but maybe not. If you don't know Pigeon Toe Pete, that's Kira, our super producer. It's her portly West Indian pigeon toed boyfriend. Yeah, let's see you cut this one out.
Anyway, we have to do it again.
No, why we gotta do it again?
Because
nah, get out of here. That was perfect. As usual, they cut me off. I only get to be this ignorant, but for so long. But huge thanks to my guest, Andrew Schulz.
Thank you.
AKA #1 comedy album in the world.
Go get it, 551.
Where can they get that?
You could stream it on everything. Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music. You could buy it on iTunes if you want to do that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Amazon, Google Play, all that. Everywhere music can be found, listened to. Pandora, it's streaming on there.
And
Sirius.
where can the people follow you for daily?
Oh, yeah. Andrew Schulz on my Instagram. Andrew Schulz on my Twitter.
Yo, Andrew, I just noticed something.
What's that?
Whole episode, I only said once.
Yo!
I gotta have more white guests. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Well, you
Damn.
can't say that word?
No, you can't. So
I can't say I know.
So I didn't use it with you because I didn't want to entice you.
That's like the
Don't say it. Andrew. I was at the Kendrick show the other week. I was looking. I was like, say that shit around. And you know what they didn't do? They
What's
didn't
that?
say it. Like I've never been in that situation where there's been a group of white people singing at the concert.
Yeah. It's called Coachella.
Andrew, I appreciate you coming out. Make sure you support them. Brilliant Idiots, Flagrant 2, Westerbros.
Yes.
Shout out to Alex. Alex is such a good guy.
Yeah, I love Alex.
Y'all don't know who
Shout out
Alex
to
is.
Alex
We know
Media,
Alex.
man.
Alex is
The
such
GOAT.
a good guy,
The
man.
GOAT. You guys got a whole staff. We got Alex. Y'all got 5 people. We got Alex. Yo.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Most of that, we got a black woman.
That's right. That's the
so-
one thing wrong with Alex. He not a black woman.
As always, I like to shout out my super team. Thank you, Kev. Kev is back from being married.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jared. Jared's wearing the terrible shirt. It's two-toned. I don't like that. It looks like it gives up at the bottom. Kira, my super producer, love you. Thank you so much. And you sat here with stank face on for an hour. I appreciate your commitment. And my man Jay Swiss, man.
Yeah.
He has a SoundCloud, but I can't promote it. Not because BT won't let me, because I'm vehemently against promoting SoundCloud. The rappers refuse to do it. You gotta do it on your own. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, follow him wherever that's at. You can't see him, right? Exactly. I have been Mouse Jones. This has been I'll Apologize Later. And if anything me or Andrew has said during the recording of this episode has pissed you off, I'll apologize later.
I won't.